Hello, everybody. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 21st of April 2024. Now, I hope that everybody is doing well. I hope that everybody is in good spirit. Like I'm in good spirit, I'm taking each day at a time, counting my blessings, and I'm grateful for small mercies. Now I see a lot of persons who are making complaint about my curtains and my background and this and that and all these things. Listen, I'm open for contribution. So if you guys want to contribute curtains or money so I can buy curtains or I can fix up my background that better suits you, I'm open. You can email me. When you go to my channel, you can see on the profile, you will see my email address and stuff like that. If so, I'm open. I'm one of those beggars also. You understand? So don't think that I'm pompous or too obnoxious to ask humbly. So I'm open for suggestion. I'm open for contribution also. It's not just criticizing, it's offering a solution. So, and be a part of the solution. So once you're criticizing, you can be a part by making a small contribution. I accept small mercies. And so I can give you my information as to the method of payment that I accept, so I can go and purchase curtains that you guys will like and that will appeal to you. Okay, so moving on to the topic that's at hand. I see there's a lot of, I realize that a lot of married women seem to be really humble these days. They're not on social media much. They don't pay attention to social media. They don't this, they don't that, they don't partake. They hide their profile. They do a lot of things. And I'm wondering, why are so many married women staying in hiding? Why are so many of them in recluse? Why are so many married women suddenly introverts and all these kind of things? Growing up, married women weren't introverts. They were always, out there. They were kind of loud. They were proud of the fact that they're married women, their wives. They were, based on what I'm used to when I was growing up, a lot of married women were always flaunting the fact that they are wives on a lot of women, and they were always doing these kind of things. And because marriage was so greatly celebrated and seen as honor in the society at the time, so you find a lot of women who were married who were proud to say, they come out, they speak out, they this, they that, the third, and they were always out there and very happy and proud and pompous of the fact that they are married. And I'm wondering what's happening, the turn of event in the latter part of the coming into the 21st century. A lot more married women I'm seeing right now, since I think the 2000s have chipped in. They have been really silent. Since social media have come in, they have been really silent. They stay off social media. They don't want their business out there like that. They don't speak on it. They don't, a lot of things that they're hiding. If it's not them and the partner that is speaking out, speaking on subject matters that are wholesome, they really don't come on social media. And it begs us to wonder why. And I realize that life have a way of humbling you real quick. Life have a way of humbling a lot of you real quick. And before I get into it, for all the naysayers who are going to come and say that I'm coming at married women and I'm this and I'm that, no, I'm not. Because if it was a guy that was giving the same message, which many guys already done, none of you had said that they were coming for married women or they were attacking married women. So I'm not sure why me saying it while being a woman, it will make any form of difference. If you watch my channel before, I'm always supporting wholesome relationship, family values, and marriage. I was always the type of person who was in support of it and promoting it and also endorsing it. You understand? I even spoke on in my background that I have family members that are married and they have been married for from an early age. And so it's something that is also promoted in my background. So when I speak on this subject matter, it's that I'm looking two sides of the fence and not just one. But like I say, life has a way of humbling people real quick. And let me say, I was listening to this vlogger recently and they said something that was very profound, that you're wondering why. Have you ever noticed that the kids who were raised by parents who brought them up privilege, a lot of them turn out to be the same as kids who weren't raised privileged or from at-risk community, or, from a dysfunctional family then, or a poor dysfunctional family, or a bad or terrible socioeconomic background. They turn out to be the same as them. They're catching gun charges, they're catching and severe crime, strange and frightening type of crime a lot of them are involved in. And it begs us to wonder why these things do happen. And when we really research and we dig into it, we see that a lot of these children when you check the background of the parents, a lot of these parents have something that they call the shadow success that I always speak of, or the dark success. That's what they usually are involved in. And they are involved in to afford them a certain lifestyle, being that you're from a third world country wherein there's certain privilege that is not given, and education don't always make it the man. And so a lot of them turn to illegal activities that trample on the lives and the home of other families. So they make their money through the demise of other family, and because of that, they're able to afford their children the best in education, the best in school, the best in the lifestyle, and all these kind of things. However, when you check the kids of today, their life and the turn it take, it's so drastic at times, it's so frightening. They're catching all these charges, they're involved in all sorts of things, their names are being called in so many things that are very questionable, and it begs you to wonder why. But like I said, once you check the background of these people, you will see where it's coming from. I'm going to incorporate it with the married question that I was asking. Sometimes you have to be careful of what you speak. Sometimes you have to be careful of what you do, because you can either be putting a curse on yourself or a blessing. And it oftentimes it trickles down to generation. How it's similar. Like if you have cancer, or they find cancer cells in your system, if you go and do a test, the first thing that the doctor will ask you is, do you have a family history of cancer? Same thing with hypertension. Same thing with diabetes. First question that the doctor will ask you is, do you have a family history of diabetes, of hypertension, of all these kind of things? They will ask. And if the answer is yes, then they're going to tell you to change your diet immediately. You understand? So when you look into these kind of things, we outside, our persons within the spiritual realm, then our persons who are spiritual will say it's a curse. Person outside of that will say it's hereditary. You understand? And so when you look into all of these kind of things, you realize that you have to be careful of what you speak. You have to be careful of your actions. Oftentimes it trickles down, and future generation starts bearing the brunt of what the predecessors did. I say that to say this, that a lot of women, when I was growing up as a little girl, I saw a lot of women who were married, and they were always flaunting, they were always boasting and being proud in a pompous type of way to celebrate their marriage, to celebrate their this and that. And people saw it because it was like I said, it was like a great thing to be a wife. You understand? At the time, it was such a great thing, and it was celebrated. But however, what they put out there was something of shaming other women. So it didn't really put like you're encouraging other women or other men out there to make the woman who they are with or the baby mothers wives. It was like a shame, like, this is what I've got, you don't, or I'm a wife, you are not, you're this, you're trash, you're nothing, you're that. These were the things that were being said. Or dirty girl, this and that, no man no want you, no man not giving no ring, no man not this and no man on that. Those were the things that were being said oftentimes to women who were unmarried. So you find out the change and shift in the cultural system now, wherein it's not married women who are being celebrated. It's actually the side chick women who are coming out and saying that, yeah, I'm with your husband, I'm with this, I'm with that, and I'm proud of it. What are you going to do about it? He's giving me the same thing. He's affording me the same lifestyle. He's doing this, he's doing that for me. And at the end of the day, you are just there to be a helper, to be a nurse, to be a babysitter, to be all of these kind of things. Well, I don't have to do these things, and I'm getting the same privilege. We go on vacation, we do this, we do that. We can afford ourselves a lifestyle. So it seems as if there's a turn, or there's, I don't know, I wouldn't call it karma, because marriage is honorable. But a lot of times what the parents have done and put out there, it kind of put a damper, because what you want to do is to encourage healthy and wholesome relationship by any means. You understand? It's not just to shame people or to make people feel inferior. If that's the business that you're about while celebrating your lifestyle, there's a time when it's going to come. And oftentimes you see your kids are the ones who, parents were married, kids end up becoming side chick. Parents were married, kids end up becoming single mother. Kids end up becoming deadbeat fathers and all these kind of things. And you wonder, how is it that they were raised by mother and father in a nuclear setting or in an extended family where grandparents are there, married also, mother and father are married, yet the sons and the daughters end up becoming baby daddy, baby mama, deadbeat dad, all these kind of things, dysfunctional relationship that's taking place. I have seen it with my own two eyes. Several families, the kids come up, and when they come up, they are reduced to a baby mama situation, going through all the drama and all these things, because the parents were the type of people who live a very pompous life, and they like to throw things in people's face, their gains or the achievement that they got, because in society regard marriage as achievement. So upon regarding it as an achievement, people come out and people be like, yeah, I married what you got. You didn't get the ring, I got the ring, and stuff like that. Instead of encouraging, like I say, being a change, being the voice of change, being the voice of reason, to encourage young men and say, listen, you're with this woman for so long. What are you doing? You need to make it official. You need to make it structural, because in case anything happens to you, she's the one that you want to know is there for you. Not only that, someone to console you, someone to make you put a smile on your face all the time, and all of that, be there for you. If you are saying that you don't support marriage, or you are not ready for marriage, then why are you with the person for 8, 9, 10 years before you making that decision? Clearly you are saying that's not the woman for you, but she's doing great timekeeping. That wasn't the message that a lot of these women were sending back then. They were sending messages that you're no good, the woman is no good, the man don't want you, my husband want me, and because of such, that's what he did. He proposed to me. So when you rub those things into those women's face and stuff like that, you end up, it's like a bad juju, like I would say, or a karma. You end up with your children, and the children oftentimes end up in dysfunctional relationship. They cop a guy, and the guy is probably no good, copying a girl, and she just wants to be out there. She doesn't want to be structured in a relationship with you, the guy. And then you find one thing after the other, and it's like a karma, it's like a curse, it's like something, and you're wondering where you go wrong. So it's similar with you raising your kids, privilege, but you raise them what, at the expense of other families, wherein you do all these kind of acts and illegal activities and also immoral acts and all these kind of things, benefiting yourself and your family, while at the same time another family is suffering. So when your kids grow up, or the grandkids or whoever come up, they find themselves with great misfortune, and you're wondering where it came from, because daddy did this, mommy did this, and everything was okay. They aren't going to tell you the truth. They aren't going to tell you the truth. And even if you are aware or privy to the information, it not necessarily going to make any difference, because the deed was already done. You understand? And that's where a lot of these things are coming from. So the point that I'm trying to put forward is that you have to be careful of what you're putting out there in the atmosphere, of the things that you are saying about people, how you're belittling and tearing down others in order to make yourself feel good, or make your situation good, or highlight the situation that you are in, and be proud of it. You have to be careful of the way you are sending out the message, because oftentimes your children may end up becoming the one who doesn't really benefit or suffer consequences for the things that you put out there in the universe. We don't have to be godly to know this, we don't have to be religious in order to know this. It has nothing to do with religion, really. You do good, then you will get good in return. Most times, you understand? You do bad, what you think is going to happen, there is a gain in it. For now, but later on in life, there is also consequences that you end up suffering because of it. And that's what I'm trying to make the mass of the people know. That just be careful, because what we're seeing right now in this society is less and less and less married women coming forward on social media, being proud to speak on their husband, being proud to show their husband, because the side chick is going to come out and put you to shame and all of these kind of things. And that's not what you want. That's not what you wanted, really, right? You wanted something where you can proud to say, this is your husband, this is your wonderful relationship, this is what you got going on. Not another woman coming out of the woodwork like Adam Levine and his wife from Maroon 5, and his wife, The Disgrace. So many other celebrities, so many other persons in Jamaica who are on social media, and they're in squabbles with other women over their husband and all these kind of things. A lot of times, if you check your background and stuff, you guys weren't really humble people. Your parents weren't necessarily humble people. And sometimes, I'm not saying that it is right when these things happen. I'm not saying that it is right when another woman do it. No, clearly, because you have no business interfering in the sanctity of a marriage, and a man has no business going out there and trying to create misery in his marriage for his wife. So that's not what I'm promoting. However, I'm saying life has a way of humbling you when you least expect it, and you really don't have any position or power to determine how it will humble you. It happens. Life has humbled me, and I've took my humbleness. I'm taking it. You understand? So it happens to the best of us. I'm no exception. It happens to the best of us. And so we have to ride the wave. We have to learn. We have to learn to be humble in life. It's good to be humble. You can be proud of your achievements and your accolades. That's very good. But when you're taking it and you want to rub it in people's face at all times, like you're trying to shame someone else or try to belittle them or to make them feel less than, instead of they can get it too. It is achievable. It can be accomplished. It can be attained. It can be acquired. Then you have to brace yourself for when the downfall come, everyone end up seeing it. You understand? And that's all I have to say on the subject matter. Thank you so much for your time. I will expound on it some more at a later day. But enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.